Most people think bread is just flour and water. They're dead wrong. Every bread type is engineered for specific purposes, and some carry secrets that go back thousands of years. White bread, the one sitting in every pantry on earth. Here's the twist. Most white bread isn't naturally white at all. It's bleached with chemicals to achieve that uniform color. The grain traces back to ancient Egypt, where refined milling first developed, then spread through European advances in flour processing. Industrial Revolution mass production turned it into the global standard through mechanization, making it cheap and shelf-stable for growing urban populations. Picture that bleaching process, transforming golden wheat into stark white flour, creating that familiar uniform crumb structure we recognize. You know it as sandwich bread, toast, the foundation of every grocery store bakery section. But the next one hides its true age. Sourdough looks simple, but your sourdough starter could theoretically be older than your great-grandmother. Ancient fermentation discovery happened in Egypt and the Mediterranean when wild yeast naturally captured flour and water mixtures. Gold rush miners carried sourdough starters west, San Francisco culture embraced it, and the artisan revival brought it back to mainstream popularity. Some starters have been passed down through families for over 150 years, living cultures that predate modern medicine. Imagine that bubbling starter alive with wild yeast capture, creating those signature tangy holes throughout the bread. Today, it dominates artisan bakeries, Instagram food photos, and became the pandemic hobby that defined lockdown baking. Speaking of ancient secrets, the next one was buried with pharaohs. Pita bread seems ordinary until you understand the pocket forms from a steam explosion inside the dough. Archaeological evidence traces it to ancient Middle Eastern civilizations where flatbreads first developed. Mediterranean trade routes carried the technique across regions. Middle Eastern diaspora communities spread it globally through immigration and cultural exchange. The steam explosion happens at exactly the right temperature. Too low, and it stays flat. Too high, and it burns before puffing. Watch dough puffing like a balloon as steam pocket formation creates that perfect hollow interior. You find it as the hummus companion, sandwich wraps, the foundation of Mediterranean restaurants worldwide. But this next bread defies physics entirely. Naan appears simple but traditional. Naan requires a 900-degree Fahrenheit tandoor oven, completely impossible in home kitchens. Central Asia origins moved through Mughal court cuisine influence where royal kitchens perfected the technique. Indian restaurant culture spread it globally. British colonial connections helped establish it in Western dining. The dough actually sticks to the clay walls during cooking, defying gravity while the intense heat creates that signature leopard spotting. Picture tandoor flames licking clay walls as dough gets slapped against the scorching interior, creating that signature char and texture. Modern Indian restaurants serve it as garlic naan, the essential curry companion that defines the dining experience. The next one also needs extreme heat, but grows wild. Focaccia looks rustic because it originally was. Roman soldiers baked it on hot stones as portable field rations. Ancient Rome developed it, but Liguria region refinement created the version we recognize today. Italian immigration waves carried the tradition globally. Mediterranean cuisine popularity made it a bakery staple. The dimpling technique isn't just decorative. It prevents the bread from puffing up like pizza dough, keeping it flat and perfect for toppings. Those dimpled surfaces hold olive oil pools while herb scattering creates aromatic pockets throughout the bread. Italian restaurants feature it, artisan bakeries showcase it, and it serves as pizza base in many establishments. But the next bread comes with a warning label. Rye bread carries complexity because dark rye can contain compounds that matter if not processed correctly during milling and preparation. Northern Europe developed it as cold climate adaptation when wheat struggled in harsh growing conditions. German and Scandinavian immigration brought the tradition to new continents. Eastern European communities maintained the techniques through generations. That dense dark crumb studded with caraway seeds creates the pumpernickel darkness that defines the category. Deli sandwiches rely on it. Scandinavian cuisine features it prominently. Health food stores market it for nutritional benefits. The next one costs more than most steaks. Brioche seems like bread but contains so much butter it's technically closer to pastry than traditional bread. France developed it in aristocratic kitchens. Was Marie Antoinette associations gave it luxury status that persists today. French culinary influence spread the technique globally. Luxury food culture adopted it as premium ingredient. Golden egg wash creates that shiny exterior while rich yellow crumb reveals the butter content that makes it so indulgent. Upscale bakeries feature it. Burger buns use it for premium sandwiches. French toast relies on it for restaurant quality results. But the next one requires no ingredients at all. Matzo breaks every bread rule because it must be made in under 18 minutes, or it becomes religiously invalid according to Jewish law. Jewish Passover traditions created the unleavened requirement. Strict timing prevents any fermentation that would violate dietary restrictions. Jewish diaspora communities maintained the practice globally. Not religious observance keeps the tradition alive across cultures. Picture perforated sheets being hand-rolled under intense time pressure, every minute counting toward that 18-minute deadline. Passover meals center around it, Jewish delis stock it year-round, matzo ball soup depends on it for that distinctive texture. The next one takes the opposite approach: maximum time. Pumpernickel defies modern baking because traditional pumpernickel bakes for 24 hours straight at low temperature. Westphalia, Germany, created it as peasant bread, using techniques that maximize nutrition from available grains. German immigration carried the method to new countries. European bakery traditions preserved the slow baking process despite industrial pressure. Nearly black color develops through that extended steam baking process, creating dense texture that's completely unlike quick breads. Deli counters feature it. German restaurants serve it authentically. Health food appeal drives modern interest in traditional methods, but this next bread grows in the strangest place. Injera challenges geography because it's made from teff grain that grows only at high altitude in specific Ethiopian regions. Ethiopian highlands developed ancient fermentation techniques that create the signature spongy texture. Ethiopian diaspora carried the tradition globally. African restaurant culture introduced it to international diners seeking authentic experiences. Fermentation bubbles create that distinctive spongy texture perfect for communal eating, where the bread serves as both plate and utensil. Ethiopian restaurants center meals around it. Gluten-free options appeal to modern dietary needs. Cultural dining experiences showcase traditional preparation methods. The next one isn't even baked. Tortilla breaks baking rules entirely because corn tortillas require the ancient lime processing technique called Nixtamalization that transforms corn into masa. Mesoamerican civilizations, including Aztec and Maya cultures, developed this essential process thousands of years ago. Spanish colonization spread the technique globally. Mexican immigration established it as foundational to international Mexican cuisine. Masa grinding follows lime treatment, while hand pressing creates those perfect thin rounds that puff slightly on hot griddles. Every Mexican restaurant depends on them. Tacos and burritos require them. Street food vendors shape entire businesses around fresh tortilla production. But the final bread grows like nothing else on earth. Chapati seems simple but puffs up from direct flame contact, creating steam pockets that inflate the bread like a balloon. Indian subcontinent developed it as daily staple across diverse regions, each area adding subtle variations to basic technique. South Asian diaspora maintained the tradition globally. Indian restaurant culture introduced it to international audiences. Flame puffing happens in seconds as rolling pin technique creates thin rounds perfect for griddle cooking that transforms flat dough into puffy bread. Indian households make it daily. Curry companion status makes it essential. Street food vendors demonstrate the technique that turns simple ingredients into something magical through direct flame contact. What's the most unusual bread you've tried? Drop it in the comments. If this changed how you look at your local bakery, hit that like button and subscribe for more food secrets that'll transform how you eat.